I've said it once and I'll say it again. There's a serious problem with the parenting situation in America. And I really don't think it's the parents as much as it's the fact that parents have been stripped of their ability to discipline their children in the way that they see fit. In that video, you see a teenage girl attacking her elderly grandmother. But at the same time, I don't even know how that situation would have went if the grandmother actually fought back and attacked the young girl. Because if she gets in front of the right judge, the right radical liberal activist judge, she could find herself in prison for child abuse. This is, like I always say, something's got to give. Something's got to give. Our children are out of control. The parents have been stripped of their ability to discipline them. And these children are growing up to be entitled teenagers and entitled adults who are committing criminal acts, heinous crimes in our society. There's an old saying, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And this game that the government of the United States of America and the different states who entertain this nonsense of locking up parents as abusers for disciplining their children in a healthy way, you know, it's definitely going to yield some stupid prizes. Now, you can look at that video and you can sympathize with the old lady, or some might look at the video and sympathize with the young girl. I know people love well, you don't know what she's going through crap. But who I sympathize with is America. Black America especially. Because the more we produce the radical youth who commit violent acts, the more America begins to look at us as a group that needs to be ostracized and avoided. If that girl would do that to her grandmother, could you imagine what she would do to another person? Could you imagine what she would do to her children one day when, I'm not going to say if, because we know they're coming, when she has them out of wedlock? Everything that is done under the sun is only done because someone believes that they can benefit from it. But the people who stripped parents of their ability to discipline their children effectively, I have a hard time seeing the win in that, especially when you look at the crime rates and single motherhood rates and prison rates of these children that have had the luxury of being born in a time where they were exempt or immune to being disciplined. They have been granted immunity from discipline at the hands of their parents by the legal or law enforcement apparatus of the United States of America. It's a tragedy. And as I'm doing this video, I'm kind of watching the video with my side eye, and I can't look away. I can't look away. It's that tragic. It's that ridiculous. It's that shocking. Something's got to give. I don't know if we got to go in and ask for legislation, empowering parents again. I don't know if we need to start trying these people as adults, because from what I'm seeing, that's clearly elderly abuse. And then she's doing it in front of the younger sibling. And if I had to bet my last dollar, I would bet that grandmother took custody of those kids to keep them out of the system. And this is what happens when you have something that nature never intended occurring. Grandparents were not meant to raise children. Grandparents were meant to spoil and coddle children, but children were meant to be raised by their parents, because your parent is young enough to deal with you and match your energy, but not grandma. Not grandma. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. And I'm almost at the point where I wish there was somebody who would bring another youngster over there to whoop her butt and give her what she's asking for, or what she wants. I don't know what we have to do as a community, because right now we're too worried about Donald Trump and worried about everything but our own. And at this point in time, I feel like our own is who really needs the attention. And I feel like we need to go about the work of insulating our communities from the ignorance that is prevalent in America. I wish I could put this video on a Jumbotron at the Democrat National Convention and ask, what would you do in this situation? What should this old lady have done in this situation? Because the people who perpetuate the nonsense of stripping parents of their ability to discipline their children, you never see them in real time be confronted with situations like this that are happening all over America. You never see them confronted in real time. You never see them having to own or take responsibility for the outcome of the policies that they support and promote. Let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think about my opinions. Do you think corporal punishment of children is something that should be allowable? Do you believe that it's parents who know how best to raise and discipline their children, or the federal government, or the state government for that matter? Until the next time, take care of yourselves, but most importantly, take care of each other. Peace.